Come together right now over me. Yeah, I do love the Beatles, but this video is not about the Beatles, as you can tell by the title. I've been on a Scooby kick. I do not know why. I guess I just got really excited for Scoob, and then when I saw that mystery machine I bought with, and let me get it down here. I bought this at Walmart for $7, and I bought Fred here. Came with it. It was on clearance, and so that was really cool. And then this 2-pack with the Skeleton Man, or is it Skeleton Man? I don't know this. I don't know. I just keep him inside the Mystery Machine van. I don't like displaying that one because it's just weird. But this was $2 with him at Walmart. So I was like, yeah, cool. I got Scooby stuff. So I'm going to put this back up at the top of the shelf here. Be very, very careful about how I do so, because this is really up high, and these figures actually are not that breakable, but they're just difficult to get up here. So, and get into the correct poses, because they're meant to actually be played with by you kids. But yeah, I just think they look cool though, and they were a good price too. Like, I bought a 1-inch Black Series Baby Yoda that's supposed to come tomorrow from Amazon, $10. That mystery machine with Fred on clearance, $7. And then normally the Scooby they have like little sets of them where they come in 2-packs, and those things are like $5 a piece, and then it went on clearance for 2. But like $5 for 2 figures of that size is actually pretty good. Just like, it's, anyways, let's stop talking about my nerdy collecting toy habits, because I have a problem. But yeah, I just saying, I got in a really big Scooby phase. You know, I got really excited for Scoob, and we rented it for my birthday, because we didn't, unfortunately theaters closed because of this pandemic thing, which was sad. But I was looking forward to seeing that movie in theaters. Didn't happen. I was disappointed by the movie, but I was excited for that, and so, and then after watching it, I was like, yeah, let's order Scooby-Doo on Blu-ray, and I bought the whole set for $60 on Amazon, and I have the keychain that came in the set on my backpack, and it's a nice set. It's a cool box. Like, look at this, kind of cool. You got the whole gang in the window on the front. Everything displays in there nicely, and it's limited in number. I have 16,477 of 50,000 of these. So, yeah, it's cool, and it's got like a mini version of like a bigger encyclopedia you can buy. I don't like when they do that crap, because it's just like you give me like a palette cleanser for a book I can actually buy, and it's like, why wouldn't I just buy the book if I was really interested in it? But yeah, I'm doing a video about this at some point. Believe I'm on episode 6 or 7. I'm not exactly completely sure about that, but yeah, on disc 1, and there's about 4 discs and about 41 episodes, so not too far into the show. Here's the reason why. Is this the original Scooby-Doo show? We're talking about Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, not to be confused with What's New Scooby-Doo, or many other incarnations of Scooby-Doo. This is the complete original series. It's came out in the 60s. It's very dated. A lot of humor is very dated. It can be entertaining if you just enjoy Scooby and you don't really care that much, but it's very dated. And I think it's cool to have the set. I really like having the set, but it's very dated and kind of hard to watch at times. But I still have fun with it, so I wanted this set, and I watch it off and on. So, I also have been watching Mystery Incorporated on Netflix. So I've been really into Scooby lately, and I thought it was cool when I found this 2-pack here for $10. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, which I just watched Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, and that's what we're reviewing here. Or not Return to, on Zombie Island. I don't even know what I just said. But yeah, I'm really into Scooby-Doo. About episode 17 of the first season, Mystery Incorporated, which guaranteed there will be a review for the first and second season, and then as a whole. I'll probably just review the series as a whole in one go on my main channel. Just review this individual seasons here on my second channel. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably finish the season tonight, honestly, and do a video on it. But yeah, this was $10, 2 movies. I was like, yeah, why not? And I don't have any other Scooby movies. I just have that series. I want to get more, of course, but this is the only 2 I have, and it's a pretty good one to have because Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is one of the most revered Scooby-Doo movies ever made. I think it was one of the top-selling ones. Direct-to-video movies, at least, ever. So let me explain why that was. In the 60s, they had the original Where Are You, Scooby-Doo? And then it was a really big hit. And then in the 70s, when that show got canceled and ended, they put out a show called The New Scooby Movies, yeah, I think it was The New Scooby Movies, which I think that's also on Blu-ray. I need to pick that up. But that series was not the original Scooby-Doo formula. It was just about them teaming up with celebrities. There was episodes about where they met Don Knotts, Batman, the Addams Family. So that's why, actually, the Addams Family is why on Blu-ray it's called the Almost Complete Collection, because MGM still refuses to give up the rights to that special. So you have everything except for 1 or 2 shorts, I believe. But yeah, they have this. They have those. They had that series, and then in the 80s there was kind of no Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was kind of dying, and they kind of revived it a little bit with Scrappy-Doo. In fact, Scrappy-Doo has actually been hailed as a character that actually saved the franchise. Even though everyone hates Scrappy-Doo, he did actually save the property and actually make it more popular. But in the 90s, there wasn't much of Scooby out there, besides like a pup named Scooby-Doo, I guess, and stuff. And so they wanted to revamp this character into the mainstream with some direct-to-videos movie. And the first of those was Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And they advertise this really heavily, and it's like, this time, the monsters are real. And it was like, they had all kinds of trailers like that, and it was really big advertising push. I remember seeing this trailer on like several Warner Brothers DVDs and stuff. I remember seeing this movie on Cartoon Network a lot when I was younger, and it is actually pretty good. I think this is the best Scooby-Doo movie ever made. I think this is probably the best we'll ever get in terms of direct-to-video wise. I don't know about theatrical. I mean, because there's really only 3 movies theatrical, and they're not very good. The live-action ones are fun enough, I guess, but they're not very good movies. And Scoob, the less said about Scoob, the better. But I mean, why this works so well is it's really a version of Scooby-Doo that we will probably never, ever see again. They aged up the characters, so they're all split apart, and they all have jobs. So it's kind of like the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie set up there, where they all have jobs, and then they go to this island to investigate a mystery. Except this is for Daphne's show, because she's a news reporter, which kind of, her and Fred doing that kind of makes sense. Now that they're aged up, so they're no longer teenagers. I would say they're early 20-year-olds to 30-year-olds, and they go to this island, and there's zombies. They're actually real and stuff, and it's like, and it's really good in its approach because it feels like Scooby-Doo, but they're aged up and they're kind of more mature characters and stuff like that. And I like that approach, and I like the animation here. I mean, for a direct-to-video movie, it looks pretty good. Actually looks really good, but I feel like this really needs an HD transfer because it would look probably really good. I'm not so sure about Return to Zombie Island. I haven't watched that yet. Never seen it. But it probably would look really good. You know, the main problem here, though, is the pacing. The pacing is not very good. It's a little too slow at points, you know. But it's not that bad because this movie's like, what, an hour and 18 minutes? So it's like maybe you could have cut out about 8 or 10 minutes out of it, and that's not that bad, right? Because, I mean, it's like, So, you know, and I was still entertained for the most part, but it's just a little too slow at times. But for the most part, it really works. And it is so good for like a Scooby-Doo movie. So if you don't like Scooby-Doo, this isn't going to change your opinion on Scooby-Doo. It's not going to make it better. But I will say, if you get tired of the Scooby-Doo formula and you want something different from the franchise, Mystery Incorporated #1, that show is really good to check out. But also, Zombie Island is really good to check out. And yeah, people love this, and it sold a lot of VHS tapes, and they made multiple movies. I think I saw all those movies, and I think I was maybe 5 where we had VHS tapes. I think we had those Scooby movies, and I actually watched them. I remember watching them at somebody's house or something. I can't remember. I was really young. I don't even remember it. But it was a really weird experience to actually see this movie again. But it is surprising. It surprisingly holds up. I guess the real complaint here is the music. The music's dated, but I mean, that's kind of what Scooby-Doo is. You know, they always have those chase scenes, and they're playing like dated pop songs, and it's like 1 or 2. There isn't enough to actually make it like, oh man, you know. In the original series, and some of the other later incarnations, yeah, those are a lot worse. This is fine. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, I can't really think of any major complaints with this. I feel like this could be adult or you know, enjoyed by anyone who enjoys Scooby-Doo, kids, adults, because there are adults who love Scooby-Doo, who love the franchise, especially since there are a lot of adults that grew up on this franchise because it's been around for about 50 years. So, yeah. I mean, because, you know, my dad remembers watching Scooby-Doo and stuff, you know, and then, you know, I got other people who, other friends who, like, they love Scooby-Doo, and their parents love Scooby-Doo and stuff, you know, so they, you know, there's a lot of memories here. And, yeah, it's crazy how it's still around today, and we're just now getting a sequel to Zombie Island. I think this came out, what, last year? I think I saw it at Black Friday. But, no, I didn't see it at Black Friday. I went to Target again after Black Friday. I saw the sequel there for $5, but I didn't get it. Now I have it in 2-pack, and I'm glad I have it in this way instead of having them in separate releases. But yeah, so stay tuned for Mystery Incorporated reviews. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. It's just whenever I get it out. Like I said, not pressuring myself to put out videos right now. I'm just kind of doing what I feel, what I want to do. And so, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, do all that.